You know, America, I usually am able to be an extremely positive man. That's not going to change. But I got to be honest with you. Under a Trump presidency, I never in my entire life ever felt so worried for the entire planet, every soul on it, including his. His arrogance, his mindset, his lack of control, his temper tantrums. He is unstable, whether y'all like it or not. The problem is he is going to be in charge of ordering the nuclear arsenal to be fired if he wants to. And some bozo, no offense to the clown, but some jerk guy back in November, he said, well, Trump can't order an attack, or he can't order the nuclear weapons to be fired. So I let the fool get away with it and kind of just ignored it for a few months, or about a month. Then I go and had done some research, and actually, almost every nuclear warhead has 2 to 5 sets of 2 men, or men and women. 2 to 5 teams. So, let's say he orders a nuclear strike. And there's 3 teams that say, hey, I ain't doing this, you crazy? That leaves us with 2 teams. They could easily say, okay, you're the president. That happens, it's good night to the entire planet. And then, if that does happen, Trump becomes billions of times worse than Adolf Hitler. As a matter of fact, Trump becomes the worst murderer in the entire history of the planet. Now, if he fires ours off because another country fired theirs off because he was being a jackass, excuse me, but I call it as I see it, he's a co-conspirator, and whoever else, the other person that ordered it, they're 2 of the worst in history. You might think, well, what's the likelihood, Albert, really, that we're going to have a nuclear war? That's a tough one, because look what he does on Twitter. Look what he said about disabled Americans, and let's not go back to the stupid political season. But what's going to happen if him and Vladimir Putin don't have their bromance anymore, and Putin says, whatever, or China, or any other number of countries? So the threat of nuclear war, for the first time since really the 80s, is an actual now is an actual real threat. We may all die. We may all die. Period. All at once, I might add. But here's the thing, I would say. Every living human being on the planet Earth that has their mind and the faculties need to start praying. Yeah, atheist, I would find a way to start to believe again, because what's going to happen if you die and there isn't any afterlife? Think about it. Call me a fool for believing there's a higher power, but I'm telling you, America, I told you not to vote for this man. Your hatred, your falling for his deceptions, I don't know what it was. I don't know what your motivation was. But I promise you, you're going to live to regret it. That's not to be mean. There are things that you don't even realize. They keep touting they're going to repeal Obamacare. Well, guess what? There are benefits that you have, whether or not you're with Obamacare or Aetna, or whatever you want to call it, Humana, whatever. I don't care who or what you're with. There are benefits that you're receiving right now. You may or may not know. So when they get rid of this Obamacare, which is actually called the Patients Protections and Affordable Health Care Act, but hey, they get rid of it, there are people all over the United States, including you, that will be harmed by that. They're thinking about not repealing, but privatizing Medicare and Medicaid, or eliminating it, and Social Security and SSI. Now, if they succeed in doing all those things, that's going to affect possibly 100 to 200 and some million people. That's you. Oh, I know what many of you are thinking. Well, they couldn't possibly do that. Why not? It's an all-Republican government. That's right. They own the House. They own the Senate. They own the presidency. They're pretty soon going to own the Supreme Court. They're going to own the federal courts. They own many of the states and the states' courts. We're talking about a right-wing, conservative to ultra-conservative party essentially running our entire nation. Some of you are having orgasms over that. But when you start losing your jobs and they start hemorrhaging, or you get hurt, hopefully that won't happen, but you get hurt on the job, or you get fired, you need unemployment or workman's compensation or workwoman's compensation, any of that kind of stuff that might come up, or you get sick or find out you have some kind of terrible disease, all that kind of stuff that ain't never going to happen to you, right? Because you're a Trump supporter. Or you was in love with Hillary. But at any rate, the point is, it ain't going to happen to you, right? Well, what if it does? And this one right-wing government took it all away. How you going to live? You might want to think about that. As I said, start praying. And I meant it. Now, I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm not going to hide from the truth. I'm not Donald Trump. I freaking tell the truth. Excuse me, I apologize for the swearing, almost. I tell the truth, okay? So while you may be an ultra-conservative and you're loving every minute of this, you won't be in a couple of years if we make it. Now, on the other hand, what if Donald Trump actually does anything that is good? You better believe I will make videos and I will congratulate him and I will say I was wrong. But if he hurts me, if he hurts you, and I die, or you die, or we all die, I will go into the afterlife free and clear. In the sense that I won't be needing to be held responsible for voting in this man that ended all life on earth. Every Trump voter will. You think that's hard? Maybe, but it's also true. I'm not responsible. You are, Trump voters. Oh, those of you who didn't vote, you're responsible. Those of you who didn't vote for Hillary, you're responsible. Those of you who wrote somebody in, didn't vote, no offense to Jill Stein or the Libertarian or anybody else, all of you collectively who did not vote for Hillary, all of you, will be complicit and therefore responsible. I'm not here to lie to you. If it makes you mad, you think I'm not mad? Our entire planet may be killed off because of a maniacal, narcissistic, childlike, psychotic fool. I hope and pray that this man is not really what he showed himself to be. But so far, I think you just let a sane man in the White House buy the nuclear weapons. But hey, like I said, I believe in God. I wonder if you do.